Your mom? No. Her husband was his mom's brother.
Okay.
You got that straight now?
Yeah.
Anyway, the Adams.
Well, I asked him, how was it that Mr. Kamholtz succeeded so remarkably? And he said it was because he said he was the first one to get a tractor.
Mm.
He was always the first to jump in with the new technology.
Well,
to save a labor.
Yeah. I think it was driven by the labor part of it.
Yeah,
actually.
probably was.
And to further that, one of the reasons we want to do the Waukakas grade is to impress everybody with the danger out here, because
Can I drive?
they put Dad on a wheat truck, loaded wheat truck, when he was 14 to drive wheat from here down to the elevator down the Waukakas grade.
And that grade is 500% better than it was when we moved here. It used to be narrow, 2 tracks with grass in the middle.
Yeah.
Right to the drop-off.
Yeah.
And then when they brought the fiber optic cable up, they made them widen it.
Oh, okay.
Smooth it.
It takes all the
It's
fun.
practically a freeway.
Still has some fun,
Okay.
don't worry.
Well,
but it's a lot better than what it was.
So
Yeah,
Dad,
but I can't imagine. I mean, we were talking about that the other day. Dad and I, we were coming up and we were like, can you imagine driving a wagon loaded grain?
yeah. Well, it wasn't just Dad.
Yeah.
They had her dad, who was 6 at the time, riding, and his job was to keep the stick in place that would keep the transmission from popping out of gear.
Oh boy.
The kids did it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that you learned how to work, or you didn't stick around here.
Yeah, I was real shocked when they told me that used to be the main road down to the Dalles.
Yeah.
And I was just, I thought that was really hairy grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, not with a buggy, but with a loaded wheat truck.
Yeah.
With tons and tons of wheat pushing it.
Well,
on.
but think about, they must have gone down there with wagon loads of wheat with a team of horses.
Yeah,
and
that was...
way back.
Yeah.
And I just was like, couldn't imagine a heavy wagon full of wheat and a team of horses.
Yeah,
going
there's
down
no
that
backing
grade.
up with a horse, is there?
You probably got a pole through the wheels, so you just
Loaded.
sliding down.
That's the right way. Yeah.
The other one has to pull up in a
How's it going on
corner.
their feet? Lots of walking, little walking.
What's
Little walking for her.
Well, we'll do a little walking around here, and then if we want to go out and see the well that was first dug in the canyon to get water over here.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
the
one
spring that
possibility.
they closed.
Or we can see the old barn up there has Wilson inscribed on it.
Ah.
So I think there's some Wilson connection up there.
I think we probably want to see that.
I would
Oh,
think
yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Is there access to the hogback where you get down? To
Yeah. We
There
can cruise by over there.
Okay.
Where's that?
It was
I should put on my tennis shoes.
where the road down to the canyon goes now.
Yeah.
There's the bulldozer road that goes down the front of it that was pushed in when there was a
That
fire
was
coming
in
through.
'87 when there was a fire through the canyon here.
Okay. Well,
But if you
you
look
know more than
underneath
I do
it,
anymore.
when you drive up 142
Mhm.
and make the hairpin turn and come back out,
Mhm.
and you look at that hogback, you look real carefully, you can see the Z of the zigzag trail.
We'll see if we can see that.
Yeah, and they plowed it right down through the middle of it, but
Okay.
it's still visible on the edges.
Okay. That was their old trail down.
That your grandmother or who?
Great-grandmother. That was
Great-grandmother.
where Amanda went to do laundry.
Oh, yeah.
I've-
Numerous people have tried to point that out to me. I'm still not real clear exactly where it is.
I'll find out today. I'll be able to point it out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. it's-
I was trying to think, we got a lot of people here and not very much transportation. Should we divide people into groups?
Yeah, probably if we split into 2 groups
Yeah,
and then go one at a time, sort of thing, one at a time.
yeah.
If we squeeze, we can put 6 people on the gator. So with me
Okay.
driving and then
Okay.
5 passengers.
Okay.
So, and
There's
then we got 3 left over. We got,
10 of us.
10 of you. Okay.
yeah,
I only count 9.
yeah. Counted 10.
She's putting shoes on.
Now I'm counting 9. And how many count? Well, there is one.
Lickitat.
I don't know how they did that. I do know the water was a constant issue.
Where they got water was, well, I'm coming in late, so I don't know what you already said. But, you know, the spring in the canyon.
Yeah, we talked about that, but when that was dry.
Oh, yeah, well, when that went dry, yeah.
Or before that was well developed, yeah.
Yeah, they had boards that ran a sluice from that spring down to a point where they could get their wagon in and collected the water and hauled it up. Then this cistern over here, that low roof.
Yeah, the low roof is a big cistern. It must be 12 feet deep.
Yeah, well, what they did was later, there was a seasonal well down here. It's just a underground dish that held water. Mm-hmm. And then in the spring, they would pump that up to this cistern and fill that cistern. Mm-hmm. And then from the cistern, they could pump it up to pressure tank.
Okay.
Yeah, but the cistern might have been used before that, and I don't know how long that cistern's been there. There's a door in the back if you want. You can look in there. It's like, boo.
Yeah, it's a big, brick-lined cistern.
Big cistern.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, oh, we'll just take the roof off, fix it up, and have a fish pond in the backyard. And I thought, and $10 million of liability.
Exactly.
But,
so as close as I can tell, this house was built around 1904. Mm-hmm.
Yes, 1904. I found a piece of paper.
You found it? Okay.
Yeah. When we redid the house, we had to take all the trim off because it had never been sheetrock. You know, they didn't have sheetrock. It hadn't been plastered.
I don't know.
They had stretched fabric, you know, and wallpapered to the fabric.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so underneath was very rough.
Yeah.
And so we had to take off all of the trim, the whole house, to put up sheetrock. And when I took off the trim in that upstairs bedroom, the one with the fireplace, on top of the closet door, there was this little piece of paper. And I thought, wow, you know, took it down. It was a little piece of beautiful wallpaper. And it said, Bennett Brothers Paper Framers, 1904.
Oh my gosh.
Well, there you go.
How cool.
So then in the early years, this was their dwelling.
The one with the caved-in roof.
The one with the caved-in roof.
Yeah.
And then the back side of that was the blacksmith shop.
Wow.
Yeah.
The kiln's still there. We can see that.
Okay.
And this is where Amanda ended up.
That's where she ended up living before they moved her to Yakima to a retirement home.
But has this building always been in this spot? I had the idea that it was up here someplace and then it was moved down.
I really don't know, Joyce.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And that was what caused the rift when Amanda went out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this was the original homestead building, most
This was
likely?
the original dwelling, yeah.
Take your pictures because it's time for it to come down.
You're not going to prop that roof up and...
Yeah, what you can't see is that it's caved
Not
in,
too late
and you
to
can
get
go in
this
there
on
and
the
see
National
sky.
Register, is it?
And
For any one of you president of the United States now, it takes a historic figure having passed through.
Yeah, well.
yeah, well, this is kind of cool. It's, you know, inside it's been completely. You want to go in it.
It's got a, covered thing, and then, it's actually kind of neat. You don't feel bad about it. Be careful walking on stuff.
Wow.
See, here's a shower, and a toilet. That was later, maybe, I don't know, but.
Pretty dark in here. I don't know if I can... Wow.
Look at the wallpaper.
Yeah.
Had a stove over there in the corner.
Yeah.
Got,
Good old cabinets. This is amazing.
who knows, maybe that was the bedroom, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe it was some, I don't know.
Wow.
But
Too much.
What does an old lady? Look at that. Is that metal or carving? I bet it might have been the bed or something.
It's a carving.
I wonder what that was. If it was the bed.
You know, that was the for the headboard of the bed. I can see the the frame connection down here.
Yeah, and there's another one.
Yeah,
So it's 3 out of 4 of those.
yeah. We should get Ed to come down here and take a look at this.
Too bad they don't let him take all those.
You see that quite a bit. Even that old barn. I don't know. They didn't put lofts in. Like the barn I grew up and played in had a big loft up above. But so interesting. This is an old enough barn all along the coast where I grew up.
Great, thank you. You're going to be great.
This is the birdhouse that Ed put up to help eradicate something, but I missed what it was that he was eradicating. But anyway, that birdhouse has been there for quite a few years. It's interesting out here in this climate. It looks brand new almost.
Things out here. Yeah. That's always turns out in the way of my machine.